I'm very happy to welcome Dr. Kiran Bedi to our session today in part of our extended exposition as our distinguished keynote speaker. And I would join Dr. Anukrati Sharma in welcoming her and applauding her work. Everyone knows Kiran Bedi was the first IPS woman to join the Indian Police Services as early as 1972. In her distinguished career, she worked a lot intensely against crime, to reduce the crime against women, especially in Delhi. She's also had extensive reforms carried out at the Tihar jail, for which she has been given awards as well. Besides this, in her youth, also she was crowned even a national junior tennis champion, which not many people would know. And she was also, as everyone knows, the lieutenant governor in Pondicherry. Besides this, in 2007, she decided to also concentrate on activism as well as her writings. And she also was part of the non-corruption movement in India and part of the BJP. I welcome her to take over the floor and present her views on her topic.
Thank you. Can I say thank you to Dr. Malika Chainani and Dr. Anukrati Sharma for introducing me, and Professor or Mr. Saradas, my friend for many years, for inviting me. Even though I've just joined you, but I want to thank three of you for giving me this honor and privilege to be a part of this very, very prestigious, eminent, knowledgeable audience and participants. My subject, I do not know because I've not been here with you before, and nor would I be after, because I've really moved from one webinar to the other, and I had a little dinner break before I stepped in now. But if that's a relevant subject, then I'm very happy to share with you my 40 years of experience in policing. I did police and retired at the top of the service as Director General of Police serving with Government of India. I headed the Bureau of Police Research and Development. That's where I last served and retired from. Of course, I served with Delhi Police in various capacities in crime prevention, crime detection, law and order, narcotics, traffic management, the police training, etc. These my 40 years of experience on policing is this. I thought I would place myself in context and to say, why did I offer when I was Mr. Saradas connected with me and asked me what would be my preferred subject? And I think what immediately came to my top of my head was neighborhood policing. Now, while we are moving towards technology more and more, and I'm certainly for it, and it has colossal advantages in our crime detection, crime prevention, crime analysis, crime prediction, data management, face recognitions, record references, forensics, cyber. We can't do without technology. The way the criminals are going ahead of us, law enforcement has to be ahead of them to make the impact and provide security to every inch of the town or the world or the geography. But I still believe that while we have technology at one end, which we need, and today it's becoming the basic requirements of modern policing, and also to be ahead of, whether it's narcotics, to be ahead of the criminal world, we must never forget the boots on ground. The boots on ground or the feet on ground. And I have put together from my archives, from the limited time I had, from the archives which I maintained of my policing times, which I do believe seem still relevant and very relevant. Now, to what extent in the Western world or in the developing world, I do not know. But I do believe it's equally relevant for the Western world, because you do need neighborhood policing after, before, during, and after, and how the data collected. Then technology helps you because the machine cannot replace the human being and all the emotions and the grasp, which an analysis and understanding which the machine, which the human mind can. So I have a little presentation of the theme which I'm focusing on is beat policing. What it means, how did I put it in it? It's a good practice. I thought I'd share with you rather than theoretically speaking, share with you what I did, where I succeeded, and also was a part of the mention which was laudable, which brought a huge amount of crime control. And I practiced it even as Lieutenant Governor of Pondicherry, which is one of the union territories of the Indian of my country, and how the beat policing system even gave us great results. And what kind of model of policing did I come up with, which can be technologically worked on even more, but it's very relevant. I thought I'd share with you exactly what I practiced, what I still believe in, and marrying it with the latest advanced technologies, which we must never, ever oversee. So can I have my presentation? Here we go. I'm sharing the screen, starting from the first slide. This is what I meant when I said boots on ground, is the beat policing system. This is the last one. Go to the first. Yeah. That's right. So here is your conference. Go back. This is what your conference is, the 5th Global Conference on Business and Technology. And you are bringing in law enforcement in this business and technology. But as I do believe, business can thrive only where there's peace and security and safety. The more there is peace, the more there's development. The less there's peace, the more business gets hit. Of course, today, the digital world has somewhere dented the impact, but still, all the same, you do need logistics, you need chains, you need a network, which finally, and which you need transportation. After all, everything has, in the end, has to be things in kind as well. So here's my first slide of what a big box bricks looks like, what I created. This is a system I created many years ago called the police beat box. Now, these are like mobile, these are neighborhood boxes, neighborhood police posts, neighborhood beat constable's office, where the beat officer of a particular beat of an area designed gets to sit and be a neighborhood access, neighborhood visibility, and a neighborhood friend sitting in uniform, called the police beat box. This was a system created, which, as I said, it became most accessible to all sections of society in that neighborhood. Let's go to me, show you another one. Here is it looked like when it became a traffic beat box. You see the cap of a traffic box. I used this during the Asian Games time, which was visible from traffic point of view, where if you have assistance to seek, then he's there. So here are the two back and forth. Here are the two. This was one in the police station, and this was for the traffic cops. If you see, this was a design, which was a very beautifully designed beat box from road safety and as well as life. This is where those days the news was reported, the media reported beat boxes for cops on the beat. Rather than now, what is a beat box? What is the cop on the beat? The cop on the beat means he gets a specified area where he is to be walking the beat. That's his area. That's his beat. That's his jurisdiction. And that means the beat officer is expected to know. He is expected to know a lot. He is in charge of that area. That geographical area could be a mile, could be less than a mile, could be a square mile, but he's not in the car. He's not in the car. He is boots on ground. He's walking the streets, meeting the people, chatting with them, collecting information, doing eye contact. Now, you might just say, aren't you making him very vulnerable to it? Well, then that's what it is. With all the possible precautions we can, this is a neighborhood policing concept, which is a very essential practice, friends. You can put him in the car. We do have car patrols, but the car patrols cannot substitute the boots on ground. So I'm a strong believer that wherever it's possible, wherever it's in his safety, we need to have these beat officers on ground with the beat boxes. Now, this is how it was getting reported, and this is how it generates. If you see those people with the blue armband are all beat officers who know their area, who know their people, who know schools, colleges, visiting schools, colleges. They know the market association. They go back to the RW associations. They are also aware who committed crime living in that area. Who committed crime living in that area. And number two, who committed crime not living in the area, but now is living here and has this address. That means he knows ins and outs, what's going on, who's living here, who's coming in, going out. It's a real backbone of grassroots policing, which has come from data or it feeds the data. This is a picture of mine where I was creating these beat systems in Pondicherry as the Lieutenant Governor. I'm just giving you a quick image because it's not much time that I've been given, but I thought images will speak 1,000 words and compensate. Here's another view of gain connecting. Now, this I'm connecting the leader with the beat officer. Now, this non-hierarchical policing with the beat system, which is also non-hierarchical, goes across cross sections, to me is the heart of policing, heart of crime prevention, heart of public safety. Here's another one where you walk through and walk along. So it's like not only police officers' feet on ground, it's a senior's feet on ground. Here is a little video. Have a look. Yeah. There's no sound in this, but I thought I'll just share with you that this is the size of connectivity which is required to make systems work. Here are many, many women cops. But this is a little view of something which, as I said, within the limited time, I dug it out of my archives. How?
Now we have solved the other department issues also now. If any
my question was, you need
how? Now we have solved the other department issues also now. If any damage in water lines or municipality road, we will inform to.
So other departments are benefiting. And are the departments responding?
Yes,
are the departments responding?
Yes, ma'am.
Light, street light is glowing,
madam.
And street light means crime control.
Yes, madam.
More road safety.
Yes, madam.
Isn't it?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Could you please share with me what are the this how
Now we are
this was one little question and answer I clipped for you when I asked this police officer what difference is a beat system making in the beat. He said not only is it leading to crime control and crime prevention, it's also becoming the eyes and ears in community policing and even civic services, because they're not turning a Nelson's eye to something which is a civic service issue. They are reporting to the control room, and the municipal services are also getting activized because they are being alerted of the deficiencies of municipal service along with their crime control measures. I want to tell you, during COVID times, the beat officer actually became COVID police, not crime prevention police, but COVID police, because they went house to house. I don't have a picture of that, but we had those microphones during COVID time where with masking, the beat system with masking and with due cover, and gloves and sanitized, they were carrying microphones house to house, lane to lane, to not get crowded, to stay in the maintain the space, and also to remain disinfected, and also not to observe all precautions of COVID, all the messages of the Government of India policies. In fact, from crime prevention, it became COVID police, from community policing to COVID policing. And it really worked like magic, where they walked the markets to decongest and also help queuing up so that people don't get too close to each other, because safe distancing was very vital. I thought I would, this is what I asked this man, this officer, what benefit has beat policing made to crime prevention? And that's what he said. Not only is it preventing crime, it's also benefiting civic services. Now, from this to this, we went on from good work. It's important that as leadership, if we have the beat system, we also recognize and reward time to time deserving officers to keep them encouraged to do this kind of proximity community policing. Now, I'll offer you a model of the system which practice, this is one. Don't know. If you see, you have two models of policing. If you have the beat system, this becomes a model. I call it the creative model of leadership, where the leader, here I have the Mahatma Gandhi's image, but this is called the Gandhian concept of policing, because Gandhiji was very, very collaborative in his approach in all that he did. While he led wherever it was to be led, he also collaborated, and that's how India got what it earned for itself, was the independence. So this is called creative model of policing, and this is the outdated model of policing called the hierarchical model of policing, and where the beat officer is right at the bottom, whereas here he's integrated with the whole policing system, and the leader is in the heart of policing. So when you have a beat system of this kind, it leads to, with technological support and digital support, it gives you the results what the policing is expected to give to provide a safer and a prosperous society. But where you neither have a beat system, or if you have a beat system, but it's far away from the leadership and it's not integrated, it does not give you this, because this is what it leads to. It is this which the beat system has to be, which connects the leader with the base. I thought this is where I could share with you, Mr. Sardas, within the time you have given me. This is what I could pull out from my documents and my archives. And I believe that the world over needs to understand this community policing. We all talk about community policing, but the basis of community policing is the beat system. And the beat system has to be created, nurtured, trained, integrated into one holistic whole, and to be fully recognized and also visible, where the beat officer just doesn't walk his beat. He also has a place to sit in the neighborhood where he can be recognized. And the leader has to walk the talk all the time. Here we go.
Thank you, Dr. Bedi, and it has been really a pleasure. We have met for a long time now, and one thing I must say about Dr. Bedi is that I've been seeing him for more than 2 decades now, meeting him, and he looks the same energy level. If you see Dr. Bedi of 1990, 2000, 2010, obviously that's an indicative of my age as well, So, but the same passion about the work, and his last assignment to some of my audience outside the country is that he was the Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, one of the very nice scenic union territories of India. And we wish you good luck for your future assignment, and it's still going to go on for many more decades. And I'm sure that I'm not going to die anytime soon, and I keep on watching you. and thank you. And you graced this occasion. This conference started. You have the chair, chief patron of this conference, Professor David Way. He's still there, David. I'm sure that he's there. And I have also my colleague, Dr. Dababharata Chaudhary, who part of the organizing committee. He teaches at the Canterbury Christ Church University. And then my dearest friend, Asraful Khan, he teaches at the Arden University. And my other colleagues who have been helping me to put together this conference. This has been going on for the last 7 years. And we look forward to have you time and again. And don't say no, otherwise I am passing on your numbers to everyone. Also, you start getting calls from everyone to get you on this conference.